Welcome to Fly Eats Kitchen. I'm Jessica, your host, and today we are getting into an ultimate salad recipe. We are making hot honey chicken in the air fryer, so it's gonna be quick and so delicious. We are going to be adding some roasted vegetables, some quinoa, purple cabbage, broccoli. I mean, it's just gonna be so amazing, so filling, and exactly what you need to start off this, well, I'm gonna say the summertime fine regimen, because forget spring, summer is coming quickly and we need to be ready, okay? As my dog Diane says, butt to gut ratio is very important, especially if you're a Miami girl like me. And so this salad will keep you on track. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment below, and let's get right into this ultimate salad bowl. Okay, let's get started. We have a head of broccoli. Of course, you can already buy your broccoli already, like pulled apart and all that stuff. But this is cheaper to get oftentimes, and I don't really like getting frozen broccoli. And so I like to just get one solid head of broccoli. You're just gonna pull it apart, or you can cut it apart. I mean, it's really up to you. I might have to cut once I get a little closer. Make sure that you rinse out your veggies, y'all, before you even start doing all of this. If you have the vegetable cleaner, you can definitely use that. They sell it at a lot of grocery stores where you can use it to wash your veggies and your fruits, and it doesn't change the taste of your vegetables or your fruits. It just helps get any of those extra, the things that they be putting on these stuff. I don't know. All right, so what we're going to do is cut up our broccoli. I'm actually gonna use the entire head, mainly because this is meal prep, okay? For those of you that don't know, I am a flight attendant and I meal prep pretty often. As much as I love food, I have to also meal prep a lot. So first of all, so I don't waste no money, cause child, I could spend on some food. But also just because sometimes you just want to have like a home cooked dish. It's simple, you already have it, especially on the plane. It can get really like time wise, you don't have a lot of time oftentimes to actually stop and get food. So it's better for you to bring your own stuff. I'm telling you, you don't want it. You don't want to deal with it. All right, so just gonna cut your broccoli. I'm just cutting them a little bit smaller, kind of like half. You can kind of see, oh, not this little sad one, like that. I'm trying to show you another side. Yeah, kind of like thin slices. And then what I have here is a baking pan. I put some parchment paper on top. Once I cut all the veggies, we're gonna place this on top and then put it in the oven with salt and pepper and all that stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're gonna cut our veggies up, our broccoli. My favorite way to eat vegetables, honestly, is to roast them. Like, if I had a grill, I would probably grill them, but I love putting in the oven, salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, and it just brings out the flavor of every vegetable to like the 10th degree. It's really, really good, and it's a lot more simple than I feel like most people think it's going to be. Also, I mean, I'm just not a fan of steaming the veggies. They don't be hitting. They don't hit when you steam it. That's for me. But if you want to steam your veggies, by all means, this is your salad. I know I'm telling you what to do, but y'all ain't gotta listen to me. So you have your broccoli, and you're gonna just place it on your baking sheet. Again, this is already washed and rinsed and all that good stuff. You're gonna have some of these little pieces of broccoli. Don't throw them away, because honestly, you can add it into soups. You can still put it in your salad if you want, but I wouldn't throw it away. If you have a little Ziploc bag, maybe you can put it in there, or eat them raw, like crudité, whatever you like, do it. But just don't waste it, y'all, because listen, y'all know groceries are expensive. We don't need to waste it. Next up on the chopping block is our red pepper. We're gonna cut the head off. For all you real chefs out there, don't judge me on how I do it. Just worry about how you do it. But I take out the center like that, and then I cut it in half. And then it's just easier for me to slice, to be honest. I mean, that's the whole point, right? So I just slice it. You just want some thin slices, but not too small, maybe medium size, because when they roast in the oven, they will get a little bit smaller just from the cooking of it. So you don't want them crazy small, but yeah, like that. That's good. That's a good amount. I like everything big anyway. I mean, that's my problem. I like to see a lot of food. I like to see big sizes, big portions. That's my vibe. Next on the chopping block, I have some poblano peppers. I love poblano peppers. It has just enough heat to it. It can actually get really spicy if you leave all the seeds in it, but I don't usually leave all of them in it. With the peppers, I pull all the seeds out. With the red peppers, or I also have yellow peppers here. With the poblano, I'm gonna actually keep a little bit of the seed in it, just so that when it roasts, it has some of that heat to it, and our salad bowl will have that as well. So these seeds, y'all, it can be deadly. If you don't like spicy, then you want to just take all the seeds out. But I like a little spice, and so I don't mind keeping some of the seeds, especially within the poblano pepper. My ex used to feel so nervous when I would cut things. He'd be like, you are going to cut your finger. But it's like, you know how when your gas tank is low and you know how far your car can go? Like, I know how I can cut. That's how I feel. It's probably not a great analogy, but that's really how I feel when I'm cutting vegetables. I know what I'm doing. We have a yellow pepper as well. I love yellow peppers because they definitely have like a sweetness to them that the red and the green don't have. And just color wise, it's just really beautiful. So again, slice these suckers up. It's gonna look so good on the bowl, y'all. I'm so excited. I love seeing a colorful bowl, a colorful salad, just different combinations of veggies. It's gonna be so amazing. Oh, in the meantime, while we're cutting this, or before you even start cutting up your veggies, I would preheat the oven at 400 degrees. So it's gonna be kind of like almost to a broil. It's gonna be really high heat because we don't have time to waste, right? Just put them in there. Only for like 5-10 minutes. You can kind of check it so that they don't burn, but you do want a nice roasted color on them, and it's just gonna bring out that flavor really, really well, especially when we sprinkle some kosher salt on top. It's gonna be lit. But yeah, make sure that you preheat the oven at 400 degrees for your veggies. I just want to show you guys. So we have our broccoli, we have our red pepper, we have our poblano peppers and the yellow peppers. Okay, so roasting these veggies are gonna be very simple. You're just gonna add some kosher salt and just kind of sprinkle all around, as well as a couple capfuls of olive oil. And I also put some freshly grounded cracked pepper. I like a lot of pepper, so I added a lot onto here. But once you are done adding that, as much as you want really to taste, then you're just going to mix it all up with your olive oil. And of course, make sure that everything is nicely coated with that salt, the pepper, the olive oil, so it can have a beautiful roast in the oven for about 10 minutes. So we have our purple cabbage. I love purple cabbage. It's like, I don't know, I feel like the flavor tastes different than regular cabbage, and it probably does. But it just has a better taste, and that's why I love it. So I just cut it in half. It was actually a struggle doing it, but just be careful. You're gonna cut it in half, or if you want more cabbage in your salad, it's up to you. If you wanna cut to have for later, that's also up to you. I don't really need that much, especially for the amount of time that I'm gonna have this. So I'm just gonna do these slices. Cut your slices and then cut it again in half, so that it can have just like a smaller portion size onto your salad. Next up is our quinoa. Make sure that you rinse it in a pot. You're gonna add 2 cups of water, some olive oil, a little bit of salt, and I also have some unsalted seasoning. They just have herbs. Add 1 cup of the quinoa and just go ahead and let that cook and simmer. Now our chicken, those are 3 or 4 big old chicken breasts that I have cleaned. I've removed all of the fats off of it, and I've put some white vinegar and some olive oil, lime juice, all of the things. So I'm gonna just make sure, once I've rinsed out, honestly, that white vinegar, I add the olive oil, and then I just kind of make sure that the chicken breasts are nicely coated with that olive oil so that I can add in my seasonings. First up is my onion powder. And then, of course, I think you guys know exactly what I'm going to say. I add tons and tons of garlic powder because I am a garlic hoarder and I just love the taste of garlic onto this chicken. Of course, we're going to have our sauce, but we still need to make sure that we season the chicken properly. I also added some paprika and some Cajun seasoning so that it can have a little bit of a kick. You're going to add it into your air fryer. It already is coated with oil, so you don't have to really spray your air fryer if you don't want to. It's just gonna go ahead and air fry at 400 degrees for about like 12 to 15 minutes. For our sauce, it's very simple. You're gonna add 1 cup of your hot sauce. I use Red Hot sauce, Frank's Red Hot. That's my favorite. But of course, you can use whatever hot sauce that feels good to you. And then 1 cup of honey. Mix it all up, and there you go. That is your hot honey sauce. It's very simple. You can add the ratio of more hot sauce, more honey if you like it, more sweet. It's really, again, like I love to say, use your cook stinks and make it work. So about after like 10 minutes of cooking, I pour the hot honey sauce all over the chicken. Now I probably could have been smarter and just put parchment paper in here or like an air fryer liner and put the chicken on there and then put the sauce on that just to make sure that all the sauce doesn't, go to the bottom. Honestly, I was making a move and it still worked out. The chicken's gonna still cook perfectly, but that is another fly tip if you like, so that it doesn't get so messy in the air fryer if you don't want to. Add in your hot honey sauce, and then you're just gonna let it cook in that air fryer for another like 5 minutes. When it's all done, it's gonna be beautifully juicy and just yummy. You guys see how that looks? This is just exactly what I wanted from that chicken breast. It's not too much, but it also has such great flavor. It's still juicy because sometimes chicken breast can get a little dry, but the air fryer definitely makes sure that it maintains that flavor that we want when we want to have chicken. But you're gonna let that sit for a bit and then go ahead and grab your veggies out of the oven. They are nicely roasted. They have like that beautiful char on it, and that's why we have it at the 400 degrees. If you want to kind of put the temperature up or kind of have it roasted a little bit more, you can put it in broil, but you have to really watch your oven, okay, because you don't want to burn the veggies. You just want it to have a nice little like crisp on it, and those flavors of that salt and pepper is just going to be elevated on top of your vegetables so nicely. Y'all, I'm telling you, you're never going to want veggies any other way. Now let's put our salad together. I rinsed out some arugula. Arugula has been like my favorite little green leaf lately. But I rinsed out some arugula and mixed that out with some cilantro for some freshness. Add in your purple cabbage and then put in your quinoa right on that bowl. It all already looks so good. I love a colorful bowl. Add in your peppers, slice your chicken, that roasted broccoli. It looks amazing, and I know it's gonna taste even better. Our amazing ultimate salad bowl is ready and is jam-packed with all of our yummy ingredients. Our chicken, those poblano peppers, our red and yellow peppers, and those roasted broccoli. Oh my God, it looks amazing. Nice and colorful. That cabbage, our quinoa's cooked perfectly. It's a lot. It's a whole lot, but I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely the way that I enjoy salads. I hate seeing a little baby salad. And so this is something that I know that I can have that's healthy, that's filling, that's tasty as hell, and you can make it too. So let's have a taste. Okay, what should we do first? There's so much happening. Well, these pieces of chicken are huge too. Our chicken breast is nice and chunky with that hot honey sauce, and it's not like overbearing, right? And luckily that air fryer just makes it stick to the chicken breast so perfectly. So good. Roasting the vegetables makes such a big difference because it really, like I said earlier, elevates all of the flavors, literally just with some salt and pepper and oil. That's it. That's how amazing that is. So I would definitely recommend roasting your vegetables if you don't already, more often than you don't, because it is the best way to have it. I'm going to finish doing this. I'm going to finish tearing this up, actually. And I hope that you would try this recipe. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment below. Share this recipe with a friend of a friend of a friend and a friend, and make sure that you come back for another episode of Fly East Kitchen.